Good morning, Idaho Hawks. It's Mrs. Hawes here, and it is Wednesday, and it is April 15th, 2020. And I'm just checking in to see how y'all were doing and to go over today's assignments and go over some examples. Today, your assignment is Education Galaxy, adding and subtracting decimals. And it's also Flocabulary, and it is the ecosystems, and you need to do the video and the vocabulary cards. And your math assignment is Go Math Volume 1, pages 205 and 206 and 207. So, how did you do on yesterday's assignment if some of you got it done? Was it easy for you? Well, I have sat down and I have got my assignment. So remember, I tore my page out yesterday. I know that it said I was doing decimals, so I went to my Avid Notes and I got out my Avid Notes, adding and subtracting decimals. And this is what I'm going to use to follow to do the questions. This is my reference sheet, okay? Then I also got out my yellow highlighter because I know Ms. Hawes likes me to highlight the important information and the question, and I also have a pencil. The only thing I'm missing in my work area today is a blackboard or a whiteboard and a black dry erase marker. All right, so I'm going to do 2 more examples for you today, and hopefully I explain it more thoroughly than I did yesterday. I'm kind of getting used to the technology, so give me just one moment. Okay, boys and girls, I'm going to do problem number 4, and I don't really have any equipment here except for my hands, and so it might be a little shaky, but I can see that this is a decimal problem, and I can see that they want me to estimate first, so I'm going to highlight the estimation. I'm going to look at my numbers, and it says I have 7.30. Remember, Ms. Hawes always likes to look at this like money. So to me, it looks like I have $7.30 plus $1.84. All right. So the first thing I guess I'll do today is I'm going to estimate. And I always know that I estimate, in this case, I will be estimating to the whole number. Okay, so the 3 tells the 7 what to do. So if I was going to do a rounding roller coaster, and I had, what am I using? A pen, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And it's a 3. Do you see the 3 over here? So that 3 is telling the 7 to round down. So in this case, I believe I have 7.00. And now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to look at the 1.84. Now that 8 is going to tell the 1 what to do. Well, the 8 is way over here, and that 8 tells that 1 to add 1 more. So I know that if I add 1 more to this 8, it's going to make this a 2.00. And remember, this is a review, so I know that y'all know this. So I'm going to say my estimate is around 9.00. Let's see what happens when I add my decimals together. Okay, so I'm going to go to my anchor chart, which is this. Do y'all remember this? So it says the first thing, line up numbers according to place value. So I'm going to look at question number 4, and I think that they are lined up in place value. So I'm not going to do anything. Let's go to number 2. Fill in a 0 as a placeholder if needed. I'm going to go back to my number on number 4. And I don't need a placeholder because it looks like they put one for me there at the 7.30. Now let's go to step 3. Solve. Start with the lowest place, the right. Why do we do that? So everything stays in its place. So I know I'm wiggling my camera around. I'm not the best camera technician yet. So I'm starting on the right hand side. I'm starting with the ones place. 0 plus 4 is 4. 8 plus 3 is 11. I bring down the 1, carry over the 1. I bring down my decimal because you always bring down your decimal point, and I get 7, 8, 9. So I get 9.14. And my estimate was 9. So that correlates together. So I believe my answer is 9.14 with the estimation of 9. I hope that helps you on just a basic addition problem. Now I'm going to flip my paper over and I'm going to do one word problem for you. Okay, boys and girls, I am back and I have decided to do it the multi-step problem on page 208, problem number 18. Again, I have my yellow highlighter and I have my Avid notes right to my side in case I need some help. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to read the problem. Number 18, multi-step. Mrs. McDonald spent $24.65 at a yard sale on Saturday. On Sunday, she went to another yard sale and spent $14.95 more than she did on Saturday. What is the total amount that Mrs. McDonald spent on both yard sales? It seems like they're trying to be tricky here. So I'm going to go back into my question. I'm going to read it one more time just so I kind of make sense of it. Mrs. McDonald spent $24.65 at a yard sale on Saturday. On Sunday, she went to another yard sale and spent $14.95 more than she did on Saturday. What is the total amount Mrs. McDonald spent on both yard sales? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I am going to highlight my question, which says, what is the total amount that Mrs. McDonald spent on both yard sales? So in my question, I can already see that they're looking for a total amount. So I'm going to go ahead and box that up. And I'm going to go ahead and box them both because I know that means I'm probably going to be adding something together. I hope you agree with this. So now I'm going to go up to my question, and it says Mrs. McDonald spent $24.65 on Saturday. So I'm going to box in the $24.65, and I am going to put down Saturday, I guess. So on Saturday, she spent $24.65. And that is Mrs. McDonald, so we'll just call her M for McDonald. Okay, on Sunday, she went to another yard sale, and she spent $14.95 more than she did on Saturday. So what this is saying to me is that on Sunday, she spent $24.65 plus another $14.95. So what I think I have to do is I think I have to add up Sundays, and then I have to add up Saturday and Sunday. So on Sunday, she spent 5 plus 5 is 10. I'm going to bring down my 0, carry over my 1. 1 plus 6 is 7, plus 9 is 16. Yes, I'm going to use my fingers. Now I'm going to use dots. How about this? 9, 10, my pencil's breaking. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, nothing wrong. The 17, it's 7 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I have too many. See, it's hard for Miss Hawes to hold the phone into the problem. So I'm going to say that 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, it is 16. I'm going to carry my 1. 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9, and 2 plus 1 is 3. So on Sunday, she spent $39.60. Am I done with my problem? Well, I see $39.60. I see that. So do you think this problem's trying to trick me or not? I think so. They're probably thinking she's only going to do one step of that problem, but there's 2 steps. I need to go back in and add Saturday. So we have $39.60, and we have $24.65. 0 plus 5 is 5. Oops, 6 plus 6 is 2. Carry your 1. 1 plus 9 is 10, plus 4 is 14. I'm going to carry 1, that's 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I have 64.25. Okay? So, and look, all my strategies are all over the paper. That's showing your strategies. So I'm going to say the answer is B, 64.25. And then, as I know, they like me to write a complete sentence. So I'm going to say, Mrs. McDonald. I'm going to come down here in this little orange. That's where I find where I have my space. Mrs. McDonald spent $64.25. And I'm just going to leave it at that. That answers the question. Mrs. McDonald spent $64.25. You can say Mrs. McDonald spent $64.25 on both days. Or no, not on both days. Or you can say Mrs. McDonald spent $64.25 altogether. However you want to say your sentence. Anyhow, I hope this helps. I'm getting better at that technology every day. Let me flip this around. So I did one addition problem, and I did one word, which was a multi-step problem. Today you do Education Galaxy, and then you do Flocabulary. So I hope you'll have a good day. Be sure to send in your work. You can text it to me. You can write it down on a piece of paper and take a picture. You can send it through Google Classrooms. You can load it up through email. I know you're working hard. And just remember that the Go Math pages are in your book. I did load them up on the computer, but I think some people are having a hard time getting to them. I'll check that out today. And then just remember today's Education Galaxy and Vocabulary, and just give me a holler if you need me. Have a great day, Miss Hawes. Bye.